So first of all, it's important to note that this is only working reliably well in Chrome and Firefox on desktop. I'm having some issues with Safari right now. Hopefully that'll get fixed at some point in the near future, but I recommend using a desktop computer and using Chrome or Firefox to do this app. So here, let's go ahead and add a movie. We're going to search for Who Framed, that should be enough, Roger Rabbit. And you can see it's pretty much already ready. It's a done label, right? But I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of customization. There's the spine label right there. I'm going to do a little bit of customization. I'm going to try changing the background to, let's do a yellow. I think that'll be fun. And then you can also invert all the colors, which sometimes works for, like, if you have a white logo, like this is a white logo. So I'm going to invert the colors on the logo. And you can also colorize all the text. So if I make this whole thing, let's get rid of that, pink, it's kind of a fun look. And I might, so I'm going to look over, so if this is the label, and I kind of like the way it's looking, but I'm also going to be making a slipcover for this. So I'm going to click the slipcover maker and take a look at what it gives us over here. So let's pick out a poster. I picked one out for us. That looks nice. I might see what other options there are. Yeah, I like this. I do like the yellow. Let's see. This makes me kind of want to go with this darker tone. This is a dark movie, right? So if I play with this background again over here and bring it darker, maybe even use the color picker to pick one of these dark blues. Yeah, it's getting kind of special over here. Let's try colorizing red to kind of match some of the red. I don't know. Let's get rid of the colorization for a second, and let's get rid of this. I like that. I like the Roger Rabbit, the classic logo, which makes me think maybe I'm going to pull this color back into being bright yellow. Tricky. Maybe I go with a different poster. All right, let's say we let's settle on. Ooh, I didn't even see this one over here. Gosh, that makes me want to make a totally white background, or it's not bad. Okay, well, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to make that color a little bit more. I'm going to make it match this. Let's see. Can I make it match that? It's a little. I think I found like a dark pixel in there. It's still. I'm just going to tweak it up a little bit. All right, so I'm going to say that is my label, and I'm done with it. I'm going to switch back over to the VHS. Looks great. Looks perfect. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy it. So if you hit download, it downloads it to your computer, which is great if you've got Photoshop. But I've got this set up so that if you copy it, this little paste and print pops up over here, right? So, and this opens Photopea. So, and it opens the template for that label. So if I open that up and then I press paste, just Control V or Command V, and there I've got my label in there perfectly right there. Don't mind these ads over here, right? So all I would need to do now is just hit print over here, and I think it opens it up in like Acrobat or whatever. So if I just open that up, so all I have to do now is just print that, and make sure right here you select actual size, and make sure you've got the label paper, which I linked to on my website. So if you're having trouble with, like, see, buy sheets for printing, you can buy. I don't get any money for this. This is just the best one I found. That's the main, and that's the spine. And then we do the same thing over here. So for the spine, we copy it, wait for the paste and print, and boom. And so stick that right in there. So this is great, and you might feel like, oh, I need to I need to print out a whole bunch, but you really don't. You can run that page, you can print that one label, and then come back and print another one. Just, I haven't found with my printers that I've had any trouble using the same sheet twice and just peeling one off as I go. Now, with the color labels, one thing you might think about is the bleed, right? So you want that color to go all the way to the edge. And so what I kind of recommend doing is I'm pressing I over here, I'm selecting it, pressing B to open up the brush, just holding shift over here, just going to color all the way around it, right? And let it bleed over onto the next label. So you kind of sacrifice one of the labels and you add a little bit more bleed, right? So that's something I recommend doing if you're doing a color label, is giving a little bit of extra bleed room, right? And you can do the same thing for this other one for the face label. Oh, I got to press I, click that, press B. So that's like something you can do if you're printing color labels. At some point I might find a way to add all this into the app, but for now, I see these as kind of a jumping off point for people. You might want to go in and customize something else, or I added my little dumb, texas.org right here. You might want to erase that or whatever, or customize it further. I know that everyone in this community really likes to customize things. So, and then finally, once we've got that, so we print those two out, and then if we want to do the slipcover maker, same idea, press copy. Sometimes this can take a while, and then paste and print. And it opens up the template that I made for 11 by 17s. So you'll need 11 by 17 paper, right? My OCD is making me scoot that up. And again, it's the same idea where when you print it, you're going to want to select actual size. And so you just tell your printer, if you take it to a print shop, any FedEx Kinko should be able to do this, and just make sure that they, just make sure when you're printing it, you just tell them, and this is what they want to hear anyway. They like it when you've already set the scale, right? So that when they print it, click actual size. And I've got actual size already clicked, but they'll know to do that on a 11 by 17. And that's it. I'll make a tutorial also for printing these out and cutting them out and all that. But that's my app. So let me know if you have any questions. Be happy to jump in there and answer them. All right. Thanks, guys.